mean, wow. This is Horizon Zero Dawn on PC, and I'm using obviously my 49-inch monitor, as you can see here. So it really adds to that amazing immersion when doing it. Now, I don't play a lot of games using my monitor, funny enough. I'm more of a creative, productivity type person, so I use it. So the fact that I can put lots of different boxes all over here and get a lot more work done. But this is a VR channel, right? And my passion is in virtual reality. So if you've got a Quest 2 or any other VR headset and a PC that can play a game like Horizon Zero Dawn, then surely being able to play that via VR is where you want to do it, right? But unfortunately, a lot of these games that are amazing, Grand Theft Auto, Red Dead Redemption, Horizon Zero Dawn, they're not VR games. They were never built to be a VR game. But luckily, from the genius that is Luke Ross, he's created some really cool mods that allow you to use these games inside VR in a first-person type manner. So I'm going to play Horizon Zero Dawn today using Luke Ross's mod, and at the end of the video I will show you how to set up that mod as well. Yeah, stick around and let's get stuck in. So unfortunately I'm a little bit further along in the game because, well, I noticed that the recording that I'd done before using OBS was dropping frames, so it wasn't looking particularly good for showing you how this is actually operating. But here I am, I'm in the environment, I'm probably about 15 minutes into the game, and I mean, it's amazing, like genuinely amazing. So I'm in just a normal game. I mean, it's already a gorgeous looking game anyway, just if you play it via the monitor, as you saw at the beginning. But yeah, now I'm in VR, I'm actually within that environment, and it doesn't just feel like you're a little bit in the environment, you feel massively in the environment. Like the mountains all, are high, the grass is coming up to here, and I can see all around me. It's brilliant. So no complaints in terms of that. Graphically, I mean, the VR headset resolution, it's not going to be as good as a monitor, and I've got it on ultra settings, but it still looks really, really good. I've got no complaints, it just looks lovely. So anyway, let's try and play some of this game. Now these things over here, so I'll just try and kill them. So the good thing about here is you've got aim assist, and with aim assist, well, it's not aim assist I don't think, but you basically aim with your headset. So I can look over, so you can see here as I aim, I'm actually aiming with my VR headset. It actually it's easier than a mouse, or using the sticks on a controller. But if I attack these now, am I going to get way too many of them? Try and sneak around. It's over there. Ooh. It's not very often you get to go into like in a post-apocalyptic world. It might be post-apocalyptic, but I'm pretty certain it's better than ours. It is quite intensive in terms of the vision and your goggles and the way it all looks. Getting into like a one-on-one fight, yeah, pretty intensive. This is so cool though. I mean, the story here is that, little girl grown up in a tribe, but she's like an outcast with like the father figure. I can't work out if he's a father, but he's a father figure, and yeah, she looks like she's now going to try and join the tribe. But as you can see, the environments just look amazing.
You might need that.
So So to be able to kind of enter these into VR is quite something. So if you come down here, look at this water. That's awesome, isn't it? Got a bridge over here. Looks like I'm in some sort of city. Drowning. Oh, she can swim. Get in. Can I go underwater? Nope. Wow. Look at this. Is everyone friendly here? Am I going to get like shot at? I really don't understand why developers aren't creating or building this functionality, and even if they just call it beta as part of the release, you can activate it.
No one else around. Looks safe to meet.
It's great that Luke Ross is doing this.
For me.
It'd be nice that developers were starting to think about VR when they're building this, because I mean, this just proves you can do it. And honestly,
there he is. Looks nervous.
And I'm making a video about this because this is genuinely a really, really good VR experience. This is how games should be. And like, if you played this on a flat screen and you completed it, for example, and you've got a VR headset, I highly recommend coming back in and play it again, because it feels like a completely different game. You're now part of the environment as opposed to playing from a seat looking into a window. I mean, obviously here I've got the camera right stick. As I'm moving, I can kind of move about, face up, face down, go a bit closer. Not much different really to playing with a monitor. I can't believe I've been sleeping on this game. Should have played this ages ago. This game came out in like 2020 on the PC, and I think they're doing a release. I don't know whether it's a version of it or it's the same game but just ported. I don't think it's ported, for the PlayStation 5.
Looks like we're introduced.
Ow. Oh my goodness.
Here they come.
Well, what do you guys think? Please do leave a comment below, I'd love to hear your thoughts. So I've been playing VR now for quite some time, and I've used apps like Vorpex and still sometimes use it today. Although they were okay, as you notice I've never made a video about it because it's never really impressed me enough to actually, almost recommend it to people due to things like feeling motion sick. So I've managed to play this game for a couple of hours now, and it's left me with no motion sickness at all, which is pretty impressive in itself, considering it's actually quite a highly intensive game. Now, I'm not saying that you're not going to get sick and that you're totally going to be immune, but I think what Luke Ross has created here is clearly of a first class standard. So on that basis, I highly recommend supporting him. So you can buy Horizon Zero Dawn on Steam at the moment for around $19.99. If you shop around a little bit, you're going to find it even cheaper. Now, Luke Ross has got a Patreon page, and I'm going to leave the link for that in my description, but you can support him there at around about $8 per month. but of course you can cancel at any time as well. Just adding them together, this game comes in significantly cheaper than most AAA VR games and even more cheaper than any PlayStation or Xbox games, so that in itself is amazing. So what a time to be alive though. I never quite thought I would ever see us getting to this point where playing a normal AAA PC game in VR actually comes to life. We really do though need to start demanding from the game creators a VR mode. It needs to become the norm, because for me having both options is almost integral to the mood that you're in. Some days I may want to just chill in front of a monitor, but some days I really want to get stuck into the game and enter that environment. Anyway, stick around and I'm going to quickly talk you through how to set the mod up. So you'll start off on the Patreon page for Luke Ross. Down here you want to scroll down a little bit, you'll see the lovely Cousin Cherry's video for the similar thing, and then here you can obviously get all the instructions around the real mod. So if you scroll down here, all the instructions are in there. I'm going to make this nice and simple for you though. So click on the link here and download that. As you can see, it downloads, hurrah, and then just open up the download and there'll be 3 files inside. You're going to want to drag these files into your game area. So here I've got my game area stored on my D drive in games. Pull this across and then open up the realconfig.bat file, press continue, and then there you are. In Steam you need to go in here, properties, and make sure the box is ticked here for use desktop game theatre while Steam VR is active. Then while you're in the game, go to settings. Nice and straightforward. In the controls here I would suggest turning off aim assist. In the audio, make sure you select your Oculus virtual audio device in display. Make sure the resolution is set the same and make sure that VSync is off, but just copy these instructions on the screen here. In graphics you can choose whatever you like. I got mine set to ultra, or you can go high. The only thing I'm going to suggest in here is make sure that the motion blur is turned to off. So that's it from me guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. See you in the next one.